Welcome to the Holiday Cottages, how to let your holiday cottage. Letting your holiday cottage is a big decision, lots of things to think about. So today I'm going to walk you through the basics that you need to get ready. Come follow me. 4 main areas we're going to talk about today are choosing your cottage and getting it ready, the marketing side of things, the sales, and then critically choosing help. The first thing we're going to talk about today is choosing your property and what to put inside it. The location of the property is critical. Certain sites will let more than others. Tourist centres are always more successful because there's an existing demand. Then you need to think about what you've got inside the property. Will you have Wi-Fi set up? Will you take dogs? And choosing a cleaner, or are you going to clean it yourself? The first thing I would recommend you start with is some market research. Comparable cottages pricing over different weeks throughout the year. For example, we have 13 different pricing seasons, so that simply reflects demand. Cheaper in, say, January, more expensive in, say, August. Short breaks now represent 20% of the holiday cottage market, give or take, so not taking short breaks can impede your bookings. Cottage photography differs to, say, people photography. It can sell incredibly well when you've got the right picture. You need to think about setting up the room, ironing out creases, turning the lights on to balance the inside and the outside, lighting the fire. All these things will help set the mood and give a nice, clear picture of the whole room. You may want to think about aerial photography or video to help show off your property. Okay guys, so now you're ready to go to market. There's 2 ways of looking at this. You have offline strategies and online strategies. Offline is principally things like creating a brochure, mailing this out to past customers, potentially new customers, and you may attend things like trade shows or put leaflets in local shops. More interesting and more competitive is online marketing. With a website, there's 4 key things to think about. The content, the links, which you have to the page, the meta tags, things like your H1, your H2, canonical tags, meta descriptions, and finally, social media. So once you've got your website up and running, you can think about online advertising. The most common form is pay-per-click or PPC, the adverts you see down the side. You also have things like banner adverts on third-party sites. Consider listing your property. This can be very effective, though you generally need to list on multiple sites, and if you're listing on a very large site, be wary that your property doesn't get swamped in amongst thousands of others. Okay, so now the next thing you need to think about is taking payments, the sales side of things. The first thing you're going to need practically is some booking software. It's really important to have something so that you're organised and not having someone turn up with a double booking. How are you going to handle the cash? Is it going to be by cheque? Is it going to be bank transfer, PayPal potentially? Just be wary of the charges that may apply. Next thing you need to think about then is terms and conditions. These don't need to be onerous, but to set out nice and clearly arrival time, how long is your provisional booking valid for, when do you take a deposit, how long in advance of the holiday do you take the balance payment. The last thing you want to do is for someone to cancel and you not to be able to resell the week. And lastly, you need to be contactable. So now we're going to talk about choosing help. 3 main approaches you can take here. Firstly, you do everything yourself. The rewards can be very high, but there's also high risks in doing this. Then you could have a halfway house where you use some online sites to help promote your cottage. Again, there can be pros here in spreading the word, but be prepared, you're still going to need to put in a lot of work. Or thirdly, you use an agent. The con is that it will cost you a little bit more, but bear in mind you benefit then from their wealth of experience in all the things we've talked about before, and they'll keep you up to date as things develop in the market. We've been doing this for over 50 years as a family business. We'd be more than happy to come out and help and offer a free face-to-face. Whatever you choose, we wish you the best of luck and hope you enjoy the process along the way.
Okay guys.
Oh no.